Hey guys, how's it going? A bit of a different one today. So, my partner and I have finally moved in to our own little place. Um, it's been a long time coming. We've been saving for like 10 years pretty much. Not quite. 8 or 9 years. And we've had help from family as well, which has been really amazing because otherwise we wouldn't have been able to get it's a small house. We wouldn't have been able to get a small house without that help. So yeah, I thought I'd just show you. I'm not going to show you around all the inside, obviously, because my channel's not really about that so much. Though I do have plants, obviously, inside. Um, I'll show you one of them, actually, just because I'm excited about it. So, um, yeah, got an Ensete Hiniba, I think that's how you pronounce it, which is meant to get very, very large and be quite good at putting on a lot of growth in a short space of time. It didn't have much of a root system at all, to be honest. I went to pot it and it basically all the soil fell off, but it's putting out some new leaves now. Obviously, it's inside, so it's gonna slow down a lot. But yeah, really excited about that. I'll just pause it one sec. So just to show you out in the garden. So we do have a garden. We're really, really lucky. Again, like I said, we've had quite a bit of help and been saving for such a long time. I do feel very guilty because I'm not able to work yet. Although that's something that I'm hoping will happen fairly soon. Actually, I'll do that later. Let's show you around. So outside we have all of this decking, as you can see, which is going to have to come up because firstly, I don't really like it, and secondly, it's holding a lot of moisture against the walls, the foundation and the walls of the house, which is causing a lot of damp problems. We got a quote and it was something like £8,000 worth of damp repairs, which we can't afford, so we're going to have to just do stuff ourselves as far as we can, until we save up. But yeah, so I've already cut some of the decking away, just to aerate that space. But yeah, there's a lot of decking here, and the idea, so the plans for this garden are as follows. So the decking we're hoping to replace with a patio, and it'll be about a foot kind of lower because the decking's raised up. Although the patio won't be as extensive as the decking, it'll probably, I think the plan is to maybe have it come to like there and then go along and then there, so that there's a nice square of decking, a nice square of patio in this kind of corner, because I think that gets a decent amount of sun. And then this section that won't be patio, we're gonna replant as grass and extend the border down a bit as well. So yeah, hopefully overall we'll be increasing the amount of space that is planted up, which is sort of something that I'm really excited to do. I'll just show you around here as well. There's a little space around here where we've already removed all the decking from this section, and there was loads of moss growing up the wall and everything. It's just really damp, and all this rubble was pushed against it. It looks like the previous, or whoever put the decking in, literally just dumped whatever they could find underneath it. There's like bones, there's plastic, there's rocks, and there's just loads of stuff. It's probably going to be, there might be a little seat there, something very nice, little secluded spot. And then this will be lawn, this little strip. That was all decking as well. I've pretty much done this so far, taking the decking up here. I can only do like a very small amount a day, like 1 or 2 boards a day, because it just knackers me. And then the plan is, so you can see there's a border that comes down here, although it's kind of covered up now with all of these loose planks. The idea is going to be extend that, so whereas it was about there, I'm going to bring it out a bit, so there's more area here to plant up. And then the same with this side. Probably won't bring it out quite as far, maybe just I don't know, like 10 centimeters over or something, just to plant up. Although this doesn't really get much sun at all, so yeah, have to be shade loving plants. And then down here you can see I've laid out like a rough plan of where I want the greenhouse to go. So the greenhouse is going to be the one that I've got at my mum's house, and it's going to take a long time to disassemble and then reassemble, and I'd probably have to put in like some bricks or something. I could take the base up actually that I've currently got and just sort of bury it in the ground here around this periphery to stand the greenhouse on. Yeah, we weren't going to have the greenhouse up that side, but like up on the patio bit, but actually it'd be nice to have a seating area there and not have the whole thing just a greenhouse. So yeah, and then there's enough space left here to get into the shed, which is just, yeah, just lots of random stuff. I mean, obviously the lawnmower, well, actually I don't think I've aired the lawnmower on my channel before. Here it is. That's mine. And then this stuff was already here, all this paint and stuff like that. And there's loads of ivy in here. I don't know how it gets enough light to survive. But yeah, so we'll probably reinforce the shed. Maybe put in a window and stuff. And yeah, probably won't have enough space to put sort of plants in there, unfortunately. But yeah, obviously it'd be a bit dark anyway, so. And then here we've got, like, this is a bay tree, which we'd probably keep. It's quite nice. Some really nice stone down there, which we might use as a feature. And then obviously back gate here, which is pretty cool. Sorry about that little break there. Yeah, bay tree there, shed there. So yeah, I'm quite excited to get the greenhouse in place. Once that's in place, we can kind of build the garden around that, I think. And then looking at it from this way, yeah, this is from the other angle. So yeah, widen the borders each side, and then we'll probably have like some stepping stones coming up here so that we can get through the back if we need. And yeah, just taking all this decking up, which it's not even so much the decking, it's all of the rubble that's underneath. It's going to be an absolute pain to get rid of. We'll probably have to get a skip or something. But yeah, you know, we've got a good amount of space to work with. I won't be able to have like loads and loads of trees and things in pots and stuff. Luckily I've got my allotment still, although it's more difficult to get to from here. But yeah, that's sort of the plan. It's going to be more sort of stuff that's ornamental. I do want to try and get a few fruit trees in, small little fruit trees, but yeah, it's going to be more stuff that's ornamental because we're just limited in space, and probably have to focus on a few things that are more evergreen as well, so that in the winter it's not just kind of desolate. But yeah, so that's the plan. So I'm quite excited about all of it. Hopefully I can just do a little bit at a time, and doing it like that, chipping away, will get stuff done. And yeah, you know, obviously I'd love a bigger garden, but it's just so expensive, especially down in the southeast. It's just, land is just very expensive. So to even have a small house with a, whoops, crap, the boards are loose there. Yeah, to even have like a small house with a little garden, you know, incredibly fortunate down here. So yeah, anyway, I'll stop waffling on. And what I was going to say, I'll flip the camera around 1 second. Yeah, what I was going to say is just like, I do still struggle with that feeling of guilt. Because the thing is, I can do like small bursts of activity, but it doesn't, I don't know, from other people's point of view, like the neighbours might see me pulling up some decking planks, and it kind of just looks like, oh yeah, he can probably work perfectly well. But that is my activity. That is my like daily, you know, bit of activity that kind of knackers me out. So it is kind of difficult. I do still struggle with that sense of guilt, because I know that there are people that are working that can't even afford a flat, you know, let alone actually a house, a small house. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully I can start work soon. I've got somewhere in mind. I might see if they'll let me do like an hour's work experience a week and kind of get to know them and stuff, and then maybe in spring they might actually need someone and I might be able to do a few hours, because I had built up to, like, a couple of years ago, year and a half ago, I had built up to doing a couple of hours of gardening work a week, but that was about it, and that wiped me out, you know. So, and then I got a lot worse again for quite a long time, and I'm sort of slowly coming out of that now, which I'm really grateful for. I'm going to settle into the house first, just see how everything goes with routines and stuff like that, and then hopefully I can start doing a little bit of part-time work at some point. And yeah. So there we go. Thanks for watching, guys. It's an exciting new little chapter in my life, and I'm really grateful that I've come through quite a long period of illness, and obviously I'm still struggling with it, but compared to where I was, I'm making a lot of progress, and I'm hoping that I can continue making videos about plants and stuff. And obviously I've still got my allotment, and then I'll show you as the garden develops. It'll be quite interesting. I'm quite excited for that. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in a bit.